Well, you've kind of been in the news a little bit recently because the other day in another interview you mentioned that while you were with Ozzy, you received an audition or an offer to audition with Megadeth, which I guess this would have been 2014, 2015, in between Chris Broderick and Kiko Loureiro, I guess. Is that the right time period? About 14, 15?
Yeah, 15. Yeah. Yeah, the clickbait stories, right? So that's what matters. The what ifs. No, because I keep getting asked that thing. Like, did anybody else call you? Like, I've heard that, and I never really discussed these things. But I think the other day I just like, yeah, I've gotten a couple of offers, something through the years. Well, not offers, but this was like, back then what happened was Dave Ellefson gave me a call, and he was telling me that Chris was stepping down, and they were looking for somebody to come in, and replace him. And he said, "With that, he knew. I know you're with Ozzy doing this thing." And so I don't know if David Ellefson was like, his role was to scout and guitar players and talk to people and see who was available. Maybe that's what it was. It was just like early stages. Like I never got to talk to management. I just spoke to Ellefson directly, and because I've been buddies with him before, and I was just like getting ready to do a South American tour with Ozzy and Judas Priest and Motorhead, the Monsters of Rock tour, and there was talks about doing more things, and I was like, well, I love Megadeth. I'm a huge fan, but it will probably clash with if this continues or something. And yeah, I don't think like mentally I was ready to just jump ship, do that, and so that was a discussion that just basically didn't go anywhere. And he knew, yeah.
When Kiko left the band a few months ago, did they reach out to you again, or was there never any conversation?
Um, so actually, I spoke to Kiko a little bit, and he already had the Teemu in place, and he was asking me like, Kiko was saying like, well, like, do you have a visa or something? Like, there might be, if there's any problems. I think they were looking for somebody that might be like some kind of a backup thing, in
Oh,
case
wow.
it doesn't work out, like, or visas don't work out or passports. Um, and I was like, yeah, I don't have a visa. No, not right now. But I don't know if there was like, I think I had some other gigs scheduled, and I think Teemu was already in place. And but yeah, me and Kiko have been buddies for a long, long time. Almost 20 years. And I think he found the guy that was gonna fill in for him, who's incredible, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't seen him live with him, but I've seen footage, and yeah, Teemu is that dude's a fucking monster, man.
Oh yeah, 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 incredible, and he fits so well in Megadeth.
The other band that you had mentioned that did reach out to you to audition, I believe, was Machine Head, which I think that you said was in 2019. So I guess that would have been after Phil Demmel left the band. Was that something that you had?
Hmm.
Is that something that you had considered? I mean, I feel like Gus G and Machine Head is a bit of a not a weird fit, but it's not something that would be expected.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I also like Machine Head. I have to say,
Of course, sure.
my, yeah, it's a fucking killer band, and I know Robb and Phil as well, and the guys, and not very well, but we met a few times. We've hung out a couple of times, and they're super cool. Um, yeah, so I mean, I think that whole thing came out like, I think Machine Head was gonna come to Greece and do a show. They had a tour plan, and we were talking about maybe like going up on stage and jamming a couple of songs, some covers or whatever. And then I don't know, like the discussion went like, how about like doing this tour? But yeah, would it be a good fit? I'm not sure. I'm not like a thrash guitar player,
Sure.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Anyways, yeah, and then and then again, I was like in a totally different phase in my life. I was getting ready to do like some Firewind stuff and all that. So Yeah, and I think actually a few months after the world shut down, anyways, like everything got canceled anyway. Pandemic.